You ever notice how everyone on the internet thinks that they're the next Warren Buffett until the market drops 3% and they panic sell everything? We live in this weird time where people treat investing like a sport. Everyone's got a top 10 list, a hot take, or a secret formula. But I'm not here to feed the hype. Today, I'm ranking the biggest tech stocks, not from some analyst spreadsheet, but from the perspective of someone who actually puts money on the line every single month. These companies I've held, traded, or avoided. Some made me money, some made me question my own sanity. And to keep it interesting, I'm not going in order, we're mixing it up because the market doesn't move alphabetically and neither will we. Portfolio update, I'm sitting at around 350K. So to kick off the list, we got Tesla. Started up spicy. Tesla's a C tier stock for me. We're putting it right here, right in this baby. Don't get me wrong. I love the vision. I also own like 25K worth of Tesla, right? Lots of money. And the cars are cool. The memes, absolutely elite. And Elon could tweet a random letter of the alphabet and move billions in market cap. But that's exactly the problem. When your stock depends more on one man's Twitter account than fundamentals, that's not investing. That's just straight like, bro. Back in 2021, I had a small position in Tesla. Every time it dipped 5%, Reddit would call it buying the dip. Every time it went up 5%, they call it confirmation of the future. Meanwhile, the rest of us, we're just trying to pay off our gas bill, right? Tesla is the kid who aces all his classes but refuses to do the homework. Brilliant idea, inconsistent execution. Until they showcase profit growth beyond the hype cycles, it stays pretty mid-tier, C tier. Good company, risky investment. And A tier. Okay, baby, right here. I'm loving this one. Microsoft got quite a bit of shares of this one as well. Now, going the complete opposite direction here. The calm, responsible older brother of tech. Microsoft, baby. If Tesla's like the guy who shows up to work in Yeezys talking about AI domination, Microsoft's the dude quietly stacking paychecks and buying rental properties on the side. Boring? Yeah. You know what else is boring? Dividends. And I'll take boring dividends all day. Microsoft's dominance in business software, cloud, and now AI integration is wild. They're not flashy. They just execute. While everybody's chasing hype, Microsoft's buying companies like Activision Blizzard and embedding themselves deeper into the economy. This is the type of stock that'll make you brag to your boys at the bar. But 10 years later, right, you look back and realize it carried your entire portfolio. A tier, rock solid, steady, probably the most underrated long-term hold in tech today. And this next one, okay, is our first F tier, but we don't have an F tier, so we're putting it in D tier. It's Coinbase. Let's talk about the elephant in the blockchain, Coinbase, man. I remember when everyone treated this stock like it was going to replace banks. People were calling themselves early investors in the new financial revolution. Bro, you're not in a revolution. You're just trading JPEGs and hoping Gary Gensler doesn't wake up cranky that day. When Coinbase IPO'd, the hype was unreal. It was like the crypto Super Bowl. The people forget exchanges don't control the game. They just host it. When crypto's hot, Coinbase prints money. When it's cold, they freeze too. No consistency, no predictability, and way too much regulatory risk. I respect the tech, but the stock, nah. If you're still holding this praying it'll 10x again, that's not investing, that's just straight coping. F tier, stay safe. And speaking about stocks and good stuff, all right, first S tier, baby, nvidia. Who would have thought? Wow. Let's talk about the golden child, the poster boy of AI. Nvidia is what happens when a company actually lives up to the hype. These guys went from making gaming GPUs, that was when I was investing, right, to literally powering the future. AI, machine learning, self-driving, data centers. If they're the computer doing heavy thinking, Nvidia's probably getting paid in the process. People say it's overvalued. Maybe. But when you dominate an industry, valuation becomes a suggestion. Jensen Huang turned a hardware company into the new oil, and the craziest part, he's not even done yet. S tier, straight up. If Nvidia was a student, it's the one who finished the assignment before the class even started and is now tutoring the rest of the market. And this one made a huge 10K bet a while back, about a month ago. It's on Amazon. Where am I putting that? I'm putting it at B tier. All right, Amazon's like the friend who's always doing too much, but somehow it works. One day it's e-commerce, next day it's cloud, then groceries, healthcare, and football rights, like pick a lane. Okay, but that's also what makes them unstoppable. AWS, their cloud arm, is basically printing cash. The problem is the rest of the company spends it faster than they make it. Still, Amazon's the infrastructure of the internet. You can hate them, but you can't avoid them. B tier, not cheap, not flashy, but you will sleep well at night owning it. And And another low. I'm not a huge fan of this one. It's Intel, okay? D tier. Intel used to be the semiconductor industry. Now they're like the uncle who still brags about high school football. They had decades of dominance, but somewhere between mismanagement and ego, they got smoked by AMD and nvidia. If this were 2008, Intel would be S tier, but it's not 2008. Until they prove they can innovate once more, this stays pretty damn low in the D tier, the participation ribbon of tech. And we got A tier now with Google. I love me some Alphabet. Google. This one's pretty interesting. Everyone thought AI was going to absolutely kill Google, but like every good villain arc, they just adapted. Search isn't dead, it's evolving. They're weaving AI into everything. YouTube, Android, AI ads, even your Gmail drafts. Plus, they got cache 4 days. Google's not perfect, but the moat is absolutely massive. YouTube alone is printing money like never before. It never turns off. A tier, reliable scalability, still quietly running the world. And this one's a hot take. This is Apple. I'm putting this one at S tier. Okay, Apple doesn't innovate anymore, and maybe that's true, but they don't have to. They built a cult, not a customer fan base. Okay, in September, Apple drops a new iPhone that looks 99% identical, and somehow millions of people line up to buy it. That's not marketing, that's control. And with services, revenue, Apple Pay, and their growing ecosystem, this company is basically a luxury brand disguised as tech. S tier, not because it's exciting, because it's inevitable. And another hot take one, you can't even see it, but I bet you can guess what this logo is. It's AMD, baby. And we're putting this one at the C tier, okay? Middle child of semiconductors. They're good, sometimes great, but they're not my favorite. They'll have amazing quarters. Everyone hypes them up. And then they vanish from headlines until nvidia stumbles. It's a solid company, but it's like dating someone who's still figuring themselves out. Potential, tons, consistency, yeah. See. Tier, good if you like risk, but not something I trust with my sleep schedule. This next one, crazy that we're putting this above AMD, but this is Meta. Yes, the Zuck, okay? It's been through more character development than any CEO alive. From college dorm to billion-dollar lawsuits to VR goggles that nobody asked for, and yet here they are, thriving. The rebrand was a meme, everyone clowned them, but the numbers don't lie. Meta's printing again, their ad machine is still elite, Instagram is still undefeated, and Reels is eating TikTok's lunch one short at a time. B tier, misunderstood, but still damn pretty powerful. And this one, a lot of you Americans love this one, but I'm putting this at the F tier. We don't have an F tier, so it's going in the D tier here. But Robinhood was supposed to go crazy in this finance industry. Instead, gambling. I'll never forget the 2021 bubble. People were YOLOing stimulus checks into meme stocks while Robinhood out here freezing buy buttons. Bro, you can't call yourself for the people and then lock the door when things get spicy. Their business model relies on traders losing money. Think about that. F tier, not touching it with a 10-foot pole. And another one down at the very dumpster here, we got PayPal. It's another fallen giant. There was a time when PayPal felt futuristic. Now feels like a pop-up ad that will not go away. The fintech space moved fast, and PayPal got complacent. Cash App, Apple Pay, and even banks adapted quicker. They're still profitable, but innovation is far out the window. D tier might survive, but it's not going to be thriving. But this one's thriving. This is Broadcom. Not a great picture, Broadco, but it's Broadcom. Okay, this is a sleeper pick. Most people overlook at Broadcom, but they're quietly embedded in everything. Data centers, 5G, chips you don't even know exist but use daily. It's like the electrician of tech. Doesn't get the glory, but nothing works without it. Stable, cash flow positive, and they treat shareholders right. A tier, a quiet powerhouse. And I already mentioned this one. Okay, this is Amazon. This is the AWS section itself. I already mentioned Amazon, but if we just isolate just AWS, it's S tier all day. AWS basically put the internet for businesses. Every app, every startup, every random side project runs on their cloud. It's the kind of business where you don't even realize how much you rely on it until it goes down. And suddenly, half the internet's crying on Twitter. It is S tier, quiet dominance. At the end of the day, a tier list doesn't really matter, because what separates successful investors from everyone else isn't picking the right stock, it's holding through the wrong season. People want instant results, instant validation, instant dopamine, but wealth doesn't come from speed, it comes from endurance. You can own the business in the world. If you don't have the patience, you'll still lose. You can own a mid-ass company. If you stay disciplined and consistent, you will win. So don't chase the S tier hype, chase tier So don't chase the build S tier habits because the charts might change, but conviction doesn't. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this breakdown. I appreciate your time. Drop a like. Let me know what stock you think is S tier in the comments. And if you want to be more grounded, talk any investing, any of that fun stuff, join the Discord, follow me on TikTok, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Thanks again, and I'm out. Peace.